like 14 days or 15
The Jim and
days.
Terry Show, still coming to you from the dark conversation world over a dark roast coffee. No cream, no sugar tonight. Whatever that song is.
No sugar in my coffee.
No sugar in my coffee. We just have a dark roast because our thoughts are very dark these days. And
We just talked for a half an hour.
we talked for half an hour. We should probably give a recap. Jim is a Christian.
Yeah.
I was a Christian.
Yeah.
I'm using past tense.
Yeah.
Jim continues to be present continuous,
Yes.
ongoing in his belief system. I am what is probably called a secular humanist agnostic, meaning I don't find the evidence enough to convince me anymore. So what I have done is change. And that represents a bit of an anathema, a stigma, a something to people of faith who say, well, you know what happens to those who put their hand to the plow and look back. You know what happens. And all of these are fearful things that a lot of people say about people like myself.
And you know what I say? It's
And-
because it is such a fearful thing to be separated from God. And at the end, there's only one way to find out. When we get to that end, are we going to be fearful or are we going to be
here's
praising?
my faith is on the story of Nathaniel.
Yeah.
So that's who I am looking for. And I'm also looking at the notion that doubting Thomas, he needed the evidence. And although he was correct and said, blessed are those who don't need, he needed the evidence.
Yeah.
And so my question is more like waiting in the wings. I'm waiting for the evidence.
Yeah.
You say that it's there.
Yeah.
I haven't found it. Maybe,
Well, maybe
I will.
you will. That'd be great. That'd be wonderful.
Yeah. So meanwhile, it's the wandering
Anyways,
in
we
the
weren't going to
wilderness.
talk about that.
No,
though,
we're
were
talking about the impact of gold on FIFA.
Yeah.
Tie that together.
Gee, well, you got your book, and forgive me, everybody, but the book basically says everything Trump touches dies, and I think he's going to kill FIFA. And you said no, it's the president of FIFA that killed FIFA. Yes, I agree with you, but he came by kissing the proverbial ring of the great Donald Trump, and so what that opened it up. I mean, that was appalling to a lot of people. It was appalling.
It was appalling to me, and I'm not a believer.
And then now you've got people that are afraid to go into the United States. FIFA just released 2,000, I think, in San Diego or someplace, released those tickets because they weren't going to hold them anymore.
There was so much stink about the price gouging that FIFA was doing through, is it Ticketmaster who manages the FIFA? I don't know what organization.
They may manage their own.
Oh, they manage their own. Well, that's even more of a stink.
Somebody told me, I think it was Bobby told me, they've now taken over BMO Stadium and the parking lot. And that is so they can charge what they're going to charge. Set it up, organize it, set it in a way that for only $500 you can park right there. For a measly $100 you can park back over there. And it just becomes dirty.
It is dirty.
But the thing I like watching,
wipe my sleeves listening to the story. It's so
know.
dirty.
I like watching world-class soccer. I like it. I enjoy it. But there's some teams that are feeling very intimidated. Did you know?
The S-hole countries?
Did you know that they've organized, I think it's in San Diego, they're having the gay battle?
What is that?
I don't know. It's the gay tournament of FIFA with two countries that it's the death penalty if you're gay. How are they going to play? How are they supposed? Who organized that stupid
What is that?
Who organized that? Well, you can look it up and you'll see what I mean.
Okay.
But the two teams playing, both of their countries, homosexuality is punishable by death. And they're now going to play the gay thing, and they're having a problem. And I don't blame them for having a problem. I may disagree with their heavy-handedness in that, but nevertheless, that's the situation. Who on earth organized that? That they would have those two teams.
Is that part of a FIFA organization? Is that what you're saying?
I'm thinking, well, it's two FIFA teams playing. It's like I'm saying Iran and, I don't know, Turkey. I don't know what the two countries are. But it's the death penalty if you're homosexual. And the gay pride competition is with those two teams. That's just cruel.
I have no idea how that would even work.
I don't either.
So I need to look it up because that sounds a little far-fetched.
Maybe it's not far-fetched. It was all over the news.
Okay, well, I would like to think that if it's gay pride organizing, it is not FIFA. It is not FIFA teams.
I don't think it was. I think it was I think
An alternative to FIFA?
I think it was FIFA. I don't know.
Okay, so I need to look it up because I haven't read anything about it. But it sounds, you got to trust your discernment. If this
Well,
sounds...
pause the show and go look.
Okay, we just paused the show and we went and looked. Yeah. And I don't want to say I was right and you were wrong, but I was right. Bobby's made a big kerfuffle.
Tell them what it is. The city of Seattle.
City of Seattle, which is a strong supporter of LGBTQ rights.
And so at the same time the tournament's going on, which are two different things.
Right.
So Terry's right on this. At the same time it's going on, it's
Gay
Pride Week. It's Gay Pride Week, and there's going to be flags around with Pride and everything else.
And the two competing teams happen to be who?
They happen to be Egypt and
Iran.
And those two...
How did Iran get in there?
Well, Iran's scared to death. They wanted their games played somewhere else.
If anything happens.
Yeah, I know. Anyways, to get back, because you were absolutely right. What I had heard was fragmented.
Yes.
And so that's why I said to you, I think it was FIFA, because I didn't know who else would be organizing FIFA tournaments. And
in a FIFA city.
I was assuming it was the stadium was featuring
a gay pride competition.
No, that's not what I thought. I thought there was a normal teams playing, but it was like, hot dog day at, Rogers Stadium. It was gay day at the stadium. That's how I felt it. Right. But you were right. I was wrong. And what happened is there's going to be gay celebration anyways. Yeah. Just so happens that the two teams that got drawn for Seattle, I'm assuming it just so happened, end up being teams that their countries are highly against homosexuality.
To the point of?
Death. To the point of death. So they got to play in that atmosphere. But again, Seattle's, I'm assuming for years and years and years, have had Gay Week in Seattle, like we do in Toronto. So, all right. So
and
there
gay
you go.
pride parades and all of that stuff. It's just the sequence seemed to be cause and effect, as in the match was drawn and this was imposed upon the teams.
I don't know what I was actually thinking. I just thought it was bizarre that was happening.
Well, it is bizarre.
Well, I didn't know how it couldn't have been organized that maybe England and Ireland fought there,
and
or
we learned the
on
draw
Gay
took
Day.
place.
We're used to the whole gay thing, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't know, but I thought it was FIFA that did it, and I guess in part it was FIFA who drew the teams to play in Seattle.
That's right.
Unfortunately, they don't have no control over who gets drawn.
No, the municipality is in control of what it does or doesn't do in its environs. And there's a collision of opinions and life and circumstances all in Seattle. So that will be an interesting... It shouldn't be an interesting match to watch. It's two FIFA teams, so
it should be totally...
It should be just soccer.
I'm assuming that the cost to get into these matches are not going to affect how many gay people are in it or not. There might be the odd gay flag flying in there, even at a protest at these two teams, but you can't blame the two teams. That's their countries.
So you can't blame the two teams, and you can't blame Seattle because that was already a pre-existing celebration.
Already planned. So,
you
were
interesting.
Right on that.
So where were we going with this? Everything Trump touches dies. FIFA is dying. So let's talk about seat sales and price gouging and corruption. That seems to be arm in arm. Trump, the FIFA president. What's the difference? Can you tell the difference? I can't tell.
I don't think it's going to affect anything in the Canadian cities or the Mexican cities.
I'm hoping for a complete, if I dream my dreams, empty stadiums.
Oh, that would be fine because, as you said, FIFA itself needs to be cleaned up. Trump definitely needs to be cleaned up. I'm very disappointed in the fact that I cannot really find myself rooting for the Americans in anything anymore. And I'm sorry about that. It used to be either Canada, my next draw was United States, and probably England after that, and it would move down into that area. But now I can't. The arrogance is off the wall, and it's not the team's fault.
And it is a loss. It's a loss that you have to change something simply because of the present president. Yeah.
The present president.
Present president. Well, I'm hoping he's not going to be the present president for long. So clear and present danger is my operating principle. We've named it and shamed it. And I like this podcast called I've Had It Podcast, IHIP. And this lady, independent media, they were broadcasting from a red state, deeply red state, but they are deeply blue. And it was funny to hear them rant and rave about all kinds of things just from being blue in a red state, and the ironies, the hypocrisy that the red states take the bulk of taxpayer money raised from blue states who are the wealthiest. And the irony of these things doesn't seem to register with good old Oakley Doakleys from the Midwest and southern United States. They don't realize that the poorest ones who are going to be hit by Trump's lack of health care, Trump's lack of anything for the poor, is going to translate into their wellness.
Well, Trump's attitude is horrible. It's just a horrible attitude.
Me first.
Yeah.
Or me only.
Yeah. He's more concerned about building a ballroom, having
and a
his
golden arch.
Face on money, which it's never happened before, because you're supposed to be dead.
No president on the money. That's why the band Dead Kennedys came about.
Yeah.
All right, Jim and Terry Show. FIFA corrupt. FIFA going broke. FIFA the golden cow. So much to wonder about. I will watch, but I won't go. Bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye.
It's complicated, this relationship I have with my morning coffee. It's from the way that I